I spoke downtown 2 months ago to a group of concerned Americans who were genuinely frightened with this encroachment on their religious liberties, with this HHS mandate. And I was sort of feverish. I didn't feel well. It was kind of cold and rainy. And I didn't really even think about what I was going to say for my 5 minutes. But I jumped up on stage in front of a couple thousand people, and a few words kept going through my head. And so I just shouted them out. It drove my wife crazy. But I said, and I'm going to say it again.
Freedom.
Are you prepared to go to jail? Let me finish. Are you prepared to go to jail to defend the idea of this country? The subject of this town hall was, what are you prepared to do? But I think when you ask, are you prepared to go to jail, we understand what that means. You're a small business owner who is trying to make a go of it, make a living, and provide for your family, and you have a government, especially if you live in Illinois, which is taxing and regulating you out of existence. Are you prepared to go to jail to defend your right to keep your money and make a prosperous life for yourself?
Yes. Yes. Moms
who are, let's be honest, guys, who are much more intimately involved in our healthcare decisions than us men. Moms, we know a couple of things, moms. We know docs are leaving the profession. We know the aim is to put everybody on government-run health care. We know the quality of care that government-run health care will lead to. Moms, are you prepared to go to jail to demand that your kids have a family doctor and get quality health care? Are you prepared? Because if we don't repeal Obamacare, take a good look at them. They're handsome guys. We're going to read about them like the dinosaurs. Your family physicians are gone. Moms, what are you prepared to do to save quality health care for your kids? Doctors, physicians, I know you work hard. I know you work hard. You're losing your relationship with your patients. You are going to have a government bureaucrat within a few years telling you what to do. Are you prepared to go to jail to save your profession? Religious, all of those who believe in a God in this room. You mean it's going to get to a point where my government is going to tell me to do something against my religious faith? How American, how un-American. Are you prepared to go to jail to defend a Catholic priest's right, to defend anybody's right to practice their faith and listen to their God and not their government? Are you prepared? And really, to all of us, to all Americans, I'm blown away that y'all came out today. I really hope this means that the sleeping giant has woken up again. I am called, and I call myself, look, I'm a Tea Party conservative first, and I'm a Republican second. The media doesn't understand what this movement is. The Democratic Party doesn't get it. Really, guys, the Republican Party really doesn't get it. Most people don't walk around saying, I'm a Tea Party person. Most of us don't have posters of Sarah Palin in our living room. That's probably a good thing. But if you are scared to death with how broke your government is, if you are genuinely frightened for the kind of country your kids and your grandkids are going to grow up in, if you want to be free to be able to live your life and make as much money as you can, and keep that money, and when you die, the government doesn't get your money, rich, middle class, or poor, that's yours to give to your family, or do with whatever you want. That's what this movement is. It's most Republicans, it's most independents, and it's a lot of Democrats too. Guys, it's like there are two Americas competing right now. The America that believes in freedom, and by the way, responsibility, and the America that just believes in equality. And we need big government to make sure we're all equal. I can tell you right now, that America, they're winning. They're winning. We're losing. And we have precious little time to try to win. I think if we don't get November right, I don't think we ever recover. So, the next politician that stands up in front of you and says, 2012, this is the most important election in our country's history, turn around and walk away. This is not an election. This is not an election. Your country that you love is going through a revolution to save its very soul. This is not an election. This next November 6th, this is a mission to try to preserve this country. If you think it's less than that, we have lost. There are plenty of people in this country that truly, truly want to be dependent upon government. They either don't know what this thing's about, or they don't care, or, this is probably the most frightening of all, they believe in equality more than freedom. They believe in a country where everybody has a right to buy a house. Nobody can lose that house. Everybody has a right to go to college. That doesn't work.
The responsibility for paying for it is shared.
No, that's not it. I'll buy that. Not everybody has to pay for it. Everybody has a right to start a business in Obama's America, and we won't let any of them go belly up. It's a nice thing, isn't it? Wouldn't that be a great thing? It's impossible. I mean, it's not right. I want to live in an America where I have a right to make $1 billion. I am free to buy a house. But if I lose that house, that's my responsibility. I have a right to start a business. And if I lose that business, that's my responsibility. If anybody's confused after walking out of this room about how to vote, no matter what side you're on, nobody should be confused about how to vote this November. You either believe in Obama's America or you believe in Walsh's. There's no in between. And you know what? Final thought. If you're tired of us fighting in Washington, tough. Tammy Duckworth and Think Progress and all these other groups, heck yeah, we're going to fight. We're going to go on TV and fight. This is worth having a fight about. Eventually, we need to come together and fix things. But guys, it took us 100 years to get into this mess. It took us a long time. It's worth having the fight now to get out of this mess. What are you prepared to do? Barbie! Raise that! I can't hear you. Hey, I'll make it simple. If you want to get involved in this campaign and help this
Come and see me.
go see Barb in the back. Go see Barb in the back. And I know we have a reporter here. I don't know where he's from, but I bet he reports that 30 or 40 people came to a Walsh.